Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Syracuse Orange. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Syracuse's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Looking to pass. It's Penny. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Notre Dame's offense has the ball for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Makes the grab. It's Goodman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Tackled there by the defense. When a defense is backed up like this, you've got nothing to lose anyway. They're aggressive and create the negative play.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, Reese, and it seems like at this point on the field, they're...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Dropping back, it's Penny. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly.
And the ball is picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember.
Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Coming after it. It's caught downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The aerial assault continues. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Syracuse right back at it. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Line gets set, first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. To throw, it's Penny. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Still on his feet at the 45. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got loose, it was all over. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Syracuse right back at it. Looking to throw, it's Penny. Pocket starts to collapse. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense...
He's going to throw deep right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter in the field, and they just didn't have it there.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
Running back with the carry. Picks up 4. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for room. It's Galladay. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And the house call coming on the run from the 23.
28, Syracuse.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Beebe. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Trying to get to him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. It's Penny. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to throw for it. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Kansas is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 21 to Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. And his throw is incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass, it's Penny. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Offense set on first down. They'll open the second half on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The play action fake. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line, and they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. And it's picked off for the third time today. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Makes the grab on the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Using the quick game. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hold it, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking for a crease. It's Goodman. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Now a fair catch is called for, it made just shy of midfield. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense...
Oh, it's out! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Leaves it with the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the...
And it's slipped out. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Wants to throw. It's Brewer. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and the practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Got a man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Going up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation
Thanks.